I say, whoa to the nah, say nah there, whoa. What's happening, y'all? Once again, it's your boy, a.k.a. Foul Sharp, a.k.a. Slick Gregory, reporting live from the Bamboozled Again News Network. And this broadcast was brought to you by you, the viewer. I just want to jump on here real quick, man, and just, because I don't even realize how long I've just been making little YouTube videos, just popping them on here, whatever. And it was real slow. I kind of knew that. I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm going to be a YouTube star. Like, typically, when I start doing something, I never know where it'll take me. You know what I'm saying? But I really just be hopping on here, giving my thoughts. And then I'm not really used to talking to a phone or I really don't like cameras in my face. When I was little, I really didn't take pictures like that. Because there was a certain disconnect between the person I seen and who I see myself as. Like, who that? You know what I'm saying? Even though it looked like me. You know what I mean? But I just want to hop on here, man. I've been getting, subscribers, a few, you know what I'm saying? People engaging, you know what I'm saying? They say I'm funny or, I like how you put that together. Because in reality, to me, because of my analytical kind of mind, it's like I'm always analyzing stuff. Especially when I first started on here, I felt like I was just rambling. Or the substance of the content didn't flow in like a linear to get you to a destination. I was kind of all over the place. I think I'm still kind of like that. But, they say like, I don't know if you ever seen like, maybe like the mad genius, like his mind's all over the place. But it's getting into a certain place, you know what I'm saying? Like his style just unorthodox, and that's just more or less me. But when, people subscribe, say, man, keep the content coming or whatever the case may be, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Again, not that gives me like any kind of big head, like, oh, people feeling me. But I do appreciate it because in my world, like a lot of times, like, man, ain't nobody feeling me, man. Or they'll go rather for him or, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of used to being like the accepted outcast to a degree. Like we like when you're around because of the benefit, but then after a period of time, we end up despising you because we realize you're nothing like us. Like you're actually who you portray yourself to be. Strengths, flaws, and all. You keep it funky in the battlefield. Like you'll talk about your struggles. And, you know what I'm saying? And seemingly so much so, it's like you're not worried about anybody using it against you. And I do that in wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But I really just be dropping stuff for the homies and the sisters in the battlefield. I would like to fashion, myself a blast from the past. Like I actually do give a damn about the plight of our people. Without any kind of attachment to how it benefits me per se. You know what I'm saying? That's servanthood. That's discipleship. We don't see it. We hear it in lip service, but we don't see it in application. You know what I'm saying? And that's why especially when I make content or statements regarding the black woman, the modern black woman, it could be taken as hate or stuff like that. And there can be a tinge of anger in it. But trust and believe and understand, the only reason I'm angry is because I give a damn. Actually, if I was a sexual deviant, a pimp, a player, a mac, a bamboozler, a trick, I wouldn't say the stuff I say because the modern black woman being in that state makes it easier for me to get my Jimmy rocks off. When people really, like we got love all misconstrued and then put a bad label on. We think of love in a sense of like this fluffy shit. Love is like action. Sometimes love is harsh. Fateful are the wounds of a friend rather than the kiss of, or, the kiss on the cheek of an enemy or however it's worded. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually saying the shit out of love. I feel like that Common song, I Used to Love Her, where it's almost, and I'm just speaking for myself, it's like looking at a group of people, or almost like Kunta Kinte, where you see them, but you can't reach them. And then sometimes you wonder if they're too far gone. Then to a degree, because of maybe how a man's structured, I guess it is kind of in it to save a woman, you know what I'm saying, or protect, or whatever the case may be. But then you realize, as you analyze the game, an attempt to save her in her current state would be to your detriment. So you just kind of got to go on with the go on. You know what I'm saying? And it's bittersweet, and it's damn sure very sober. You know what I'm saying? And even especially as I see the younger sisters out here, to me, are already unbeknownst to themselves without a proper male figure or spiritual authority anywhere in their circumference. They're being led into something they know not of. You know what I'm saying? Just like they lead the young homies into the streets in whatever aspect, hustlings, whoremongering, whatever. And then you get my age, and you got all these, well, I don't have multiple kids, but have all these multiple kids, child support beating you out the frame. You know what I mean? You can't build, you can't evolve. You're kind of stuck. And I actually started to promote freedom. Now, of course, freedom comes with a great responsibility. Like, typically, I got a whole lot of free time. I can do whatever the hell I want. But my day is structured. But I'm not so rigid that I'm not like water. You know what I'm saying? But most people that I know of with a whole bunch of free time, or who don't have someone to tell them what to do, they start doing diabolical stuff. They'll start whoremongering, or they're just doing stuff and I've done it. That's how I can identify and recognize it now. You know what I mean? And then even with my struggles or my longings for, let's say, you know, a wife, for the purpose of the family, for the purpose of build legacy, to carry my family name forward, to create brotherhood of like-minded individuals, financial goals, or I wouldn't even say finance, using finance as the vehicle to asset and resource accumulation. You know what I'm saying? For the purpose of self-sufficiency and being able to be of assistance to others with knowledge, wisdom, so on and so forth. Even with all that being, and kind of going through these various not pitfalls, but just kind of hang-ups or, you know, delays, and, you know, I know it's all in y'all timing, right? With all that being said, and I say this to y'all, man, I'm still grateful. Because even though I envisioned a certain outward life, I didn't understand the inward characteristics it would need it to put me on a path there. So I'm thankful for my stoicism. I'm thankful for my spidey sense. I'm thankful for the people who hop on this joint and say, yo, cuz, we feel you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, word of life, B, word up. You know what I'm saying? Because trust and believe, the kid know more than anybody else. It's real in the battlefield. And it's just so many, it's nothing but pitfalls. The food jacked up, the water jacked up, the people jacked up. It's like there's nothing in its original state. Nothing's real. They're messing with nature. You see what I'm saying? They're messing with the weather. They're messing with people's genders and ability to reproduce. And you know what I'm saying? It's crossing over to almost being on like an alien planet. And I'm just trying to find my purpose, to be found worthy enough to make it back home, where I feel like I belong, where I'm not hyper vigilant or practicing certain vigilance to a degree, where I can, you know, take my armor off because I know I'm safe and I'm around safe folk. You know what I mean? Said, nigga can dream, can't he, man? You know what I'm saying? Like Thug Holiday. You know what I'm saying? Or, Tupac, Thug Mansion. You know what I'm saying? Just a place where we could kick it. You know what I'm saying? Without the 9-to-5 culture, where everybody got their own hustle and they own boss. You know what I'm saying? We click tight for years, and my son marry your daughter, and we keep it moving, and our families interlocked. You know what I'm saying? You mess with one, you gotta mess with us all. You know what I'm saying? Hit the hootie hoo, and then there it is. It's over with. One hand washing the other. You know what I'm saying? Man, it'd be so beautiful. Oh boy. Maybe one day. You know what I'm saying? It might be closer than I think. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm just signing off on here, man. I just want to say, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Mahalo. Ooh, oh.